Hey folks, railroad spikes. They got lots of uses. Maybe not so much for holding down railroad tracks these days, although there are a fair bit of rail cars still running. These are old ones. These are long gone tracks that have been torn up in our area, and the railroad bed is used for an ATV trail. So, what I do is buy them from a couple different sources, straighten them out, which these are all straight, kind of separate them to I guess matter of length and width, so they all clamp up in a vise pretty well, and countersink them, drill a hole in them. This is my countersink, and you can buy most of these things. Now I'm using a mill, but you could use a drill press and clamp your vise down, and just be careful, and you could do both operations in a mill, a drill press as well. A beefy one, but you could do it. And then these are all basically, I just mark them out with a Sharpie, and that's where I put the break point and make a 90-degree bend right where that line is. The other two lines are just there for basic guides as to where I put the holes. I don't always put them in the same spot, but as you can see here on the table, I'll make about 45-50 at a crack. So yeah, it's pretty simple, and I use just a hydraulic press with a little press brake die I made, a V die, and it's actually a little 20-ton bottle jack is all you need, and a cheap little could be a Harbor Freight, could be a there were people that went around and sold, I think, Ram Industries or Ram Industrial equipment back in the day. They sold like cherry pickers and engine lifts, if you want to call them. Cherry pickers is the slang, I guess, but they also sold hydraulic presses, and it was basically just an H-frame press with a movable bed. I think they were cheap too. They were like $200 or less, $180, something like that. I never bought one, but excuse me, I bought I think a cheap Harbor Freight press from somebody off of Marketplace a while ago, and that's what I've been using. So that's it in a nutshell. Just got to get them straight. I use a hydraulic press to straighten them as well. Drill them. Actually, you countersink them first. That's what I do. Gives you a nice area to drill then. Your drill bit doesn't walk all over the place on these rusty old pitted spikes. Line them up in a straight line. Use a straight edge. Sharpie a line across it. It gives you kind of an eye shot to set it up in your press brake dies and form them. Voila. That's my setup to drill them, and works pretty well. All right. Stay tuned.